since then?
None of our dispensaries have been operating since our arrest. They were all closed down in March.
With the conditions now,
we won't be in dispensing businesses. Absolutely not. I sure won't be doing that because, as always, we want it to be legal. The whole point of our activism was to be legal. That's what legalization activism is about.
Can you try to get into it after 2 years?
I'm concerned that my new criminal record bars me from being allowed to participate in the legal industry. Considering that I helped the Liberals get elected, that's really upsetting to me to be locked out and locked up from the system, put in handcuffs and arrested while cops cash in. I want to emphasize, though, that the money made that they referred to was the biggest numbers presented. And they did that in order to justify these enormous fines. But they know from their own records, they know from my own little tiny rental apartment, they know we don't own anything. I have no property. I don't have a car. I don't have jewelry. I've got nothing. And they know that. But they needed to justify this massive case. It was an enormous case. And they need to try and justify that. So I'd like to move on, accept it, free people from criminal records, and free up court resources to focus on serious crimes with real victims.
What do you guys do now? You say move on to?
I need to find a job. I am unemployed. I need to find a way to continue paying my bills and to pay off this massive $200,000 fine. It's an incredible amount of money. I can't even begin to comprehend, and it gets me quite scared when I think about that, because if I even had that much money, it'd be nice to start a business with it instead. But now I'm being crippled and hindered by this, and I hope that I can find an opportunity in the legal industry ahead. But that's yet to be seen, and I hope our Supreme Court of Canada intervention will result in the removal of this barrier of trade of cannabis, and we can somehow find a way to operate legally in the future. That's always been the goal. We want to be legal. The government refuses to legalize us.
Marc, can we get your thoughts on this?
Sure.
You kind of agreed with the idea that the business had kind of turned the tide by January.
Oh yeah.
And did you project that there was going to be significant interest from Canadians and significant income for you guys as well?
I had the busiest marijuana shop in the world. I handled 1,700 to 2,000 people every day. We submitted to head office $20,000 to $25,000 a week. 25 was the maximum, and I had the busiest shop, so no one would have ever submitted more than that. And it was a wonderful, happy place. I enjoyed being there. My only regret is that I didn't keep another $195,000 more.
Do you think the government saw that as a threat to what they are eventually trying to do?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, they have to eliminate the free market model so that people don't have a good example to compare when the horrible government stores come out in their sterile, overpriced, low quality, boring places. If people remember how my shop was, they're going to be so sad, so disappointed, and I expect that's going to be the case across Quebec and Ontario, because our shops were beautiful and amazing, and the people love them, and they're going to hate the government stores.
Make a mention, Marc, that you had donated hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, about $350,000.
Why did you guys choose to do that?
When?
No, why did you guys choose to do that?
Oh, I was making wads of money. I don't need it. I have a very modest lifestyle, $1,500 apartment. I have no habits, vices. I don't have a car or anything. So I was giving it away all the time and enjoyed it too. I gave $25,000 in January alone just to LGBTQ organizations around the Church Street shop. $6,000 to Amnesty International, thousands to journalists, tens of thousands to individuals. It was huge amounts of money I was giving away, and it was fun.
Is that why you say you wish you kept some now?
Well, yeah. I don't regret the money I gave away. I regret giving the government HST of $500,000. That was stupidity on my part, being so transparent and honest, but it doesn't pay. I should have been much more sleazy, slimy, and secretive, and that would have really helped me out much more than transparent, honest, and open. But in the long run, you have to live according to your principles, not according to what's good for your economics necessarily. So yeah, I wish I'd put more money away, because I'm going to need more than 2 years to pay this fine. I won't get this fine paid for 10 years unless I have not had a legal job for 25 years. I've sold bongs, pipes, seeds, and marijuana. They're all illegal. I'd have no idea what it's like to have a legal job, and I'd need to earn $350,000 legally to pay a $195,000 fine after income taxes. So I don't really even see that as possible or practical. So I have no idea how I'm going to pay this $195,000.
There are many provinces that haven't quite figured out exactly what model they're going to go with. They may not necessarily go with the Ontario government-controlled model. If they open it up to private businesses, do you think cannabis culture will continue to survive in a retail setting?
Well, I'm going to explore possibilities of having a licensed producer. I think if I had an LP, it would easily be the most popular LP in all of Canada, not even close. Chuck Rafisi could eat my dust because a cannabis culture or a Marc Emery run LP would be immensely popular because our brand has integrity. People trust what we would market and we would offer them, just like they came to my store in Montreal and froze outside for hours on end, just like the people on the Church Street Village came to my shop and lined up every day outside that door because we had the best stuff at the best prices and we have the integrity and the reputation to assure them that this is the best stuff. So once these sorry government stores come out and everybody's so profoundly disappointed, I think there'll be a great market for a product put out by the Emerys, and I look forward to having it delivered to them.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.